What would you do if people told you that you weren't good enough? Will you be upset? Will you be disappointed? Will you even feel demotivated? And how would you feel if others were judging you throughout your journey? The questions that I listed here, it was real to me. It was a real question that I faced during my journey as a speaker. Hello everyone, my name is Patrick. I'm a full-time semiconductor industry professional and a freelance career coach for university students. Let me share with you my journey on how I grow from judgments and to grow. Let's get started with my background. I'm a Chinese educated background. I went to Chinese school for both primary and secondary schools. I don't speak a single language in English. I only speak okay. The only word I speak, right? And I only speak once a year English, which is during the oral test, English oral test in my school. So that's the only time I speak English. Speaking English has always been a challenge for me throughout my primary school, secondary school, all the way to university. And let me ask you one question. How many of you have faced similar problem before? When your lecturer asks you, can you come out to speak? And you will be looking at the floor. Hope that my lecturer don't look at me. How many of you? Raise your hand. Oh, there's a lot of you. I was exactly same like you guys. Whenever lecturer call someone to volunteer answer questions, I will look at the floor. I hope that I don't have eye contact with him so that he don't call my name. So that was a time when in university, when my lecturer asked the questions and he asked someone to volunteer and no one actually tried to voice out. And he said, Patrick, can you come forward and answer the questions? I was like, oh my God. So I walked with trembling hands, shaking legs, racing heartbeats, and my mind was out of words. That was all I faced during my university life. I couldn't speak at all. It was very, very nervous for me. So during pandemic, everything has changed. I never expect that it changed my life entirely, where through the workshop that I host, I overcame the stage fright, where I'm able to speak confidently in front of people, and I'm able to talk fluently with people. With today's theme of TEDx Talk today, Dimension of Change, I would like to take an opportunity to share with you my journey, transforming myself, changing in circumstances, my mindset, my attitude, and make an impact. How did I actually overcome this entire journey? So I hope that this story will inspire you. I will take this opportunity to share with you the challenge where I face criticism, where I face judgments from people around me, social media, some even anti me when I was started something new. So it was a real story that I faced during my university life. So let's look at this picture. A very nice building. Anyone can guess where is this? It was my university, University Technology Petronas, where I studied my 4 years of degree there. So let me flash back 5 years ago, 2020, when I was a final semester student in the university. So there was a program, which is an entrepreneurship program, where you can pitch an idea and you can get some cash prizes. And I had the idea, I want to win that prize. Of course, it's not about the money, it's about a sense of achievement. So I started with an idea. I don't have really a good idea. So there was a time, some idea kicks in. I've been helping my friends in editing their resumes, helping them to get a job, and some even landed their jobs. And I told myself, why don't I take this as an opportunity to pitch my idea? So I started with my very first workshop in University Technology Petronas. It was held in 16th of March 2020. Right? So I put a lot of effort in designing the workshop posters. I do printings. I went to all the hostels boards to post all the posters. I draft out a post in the WhatsApp group, ask my friends to forward, and I post on Facebook, LinkedIn. I went all out just to win that cash prize for the entrepreneur program. So everything wasn't go smoothly as what I expected. Right after I post the first post on WhatsApp or on the Facebook groups, I received questions from my close friends. Who the heck you are? I need to listen to you. You are just a final year, final semester student. What actually qualifies you? And some even judge me at the back and talk something bad about me. And what even worse, there was a random linking connection, message me. Why should we listen to a final year student for resume writing? You are not qualified. You don't have any certifications. So that was truly disappointed for me to start this. And something is even worse that you never expect. There was one day, I woke back from the lecture hall after my class to my hostel. I saw that the poster that I pasted on the wall was torn into pieces on the floor. I was like, oh, is this something I'm expecting? No. That was the criticisms and judgment that I received from people around me. It was truly demotivated. But I told myself, I need to go big or go home. So I decided to go big, right? So I'd be like, taken my face, try to pretend that nothing happened. And that was the turning point. I told myself, I need to go through all this. I need to make sure that everything goes smoothly. I want to prove them that as a final year student, I can host a workshop successfully. So the first workshop, as I mentioned, it was held on 16 March. And everything goes smoothly. I do a lot of preparations, a lot of rehearsals. As I told you, I have a stage fright. I don't able to speak well. I'm lack of confidence. I don't know how to speak. I don't know how to catch people's attention. So I put a lot of effort. I even recorded myself and keep on recording to make sure that there's no any difference on the actual day. So everything goes very smooth during the workshop. 40 participants actually participated. And apparently, I received positive feedbacks from all of them after the workshop. Some even told me that they have never attended such an interesting workshop because their lecturers keep reading the slides. There's no interactive. So they mentioned that it was really attractive. And some even say that they have learned how to write a good resume. So as a speaker, I believe as a speaker, you may think that, oh, it's really satisfying to have such a feedbacks from the students or from the participants. So I also realized that impact matters more than any titles or credentials. You don't need people to know you well on papers. Just you need to think about how you can bring value to the audience, to the friends around you, right? So with that, I told myself, why don't I continue with a second workshop so that I can earn more money? Right? So, business idea kicks in, entrepreneurial idea kicks in, I want to earn more money. So I posted a second posters. So I decided on a date of 18 March 2020. So guess what? What is the event on 18 March? Anyone knows? 18 March 2020, anyone knows? COVID kicks in. Never expect, because I have received a lot of participations. So COVID kicks in. Everything was actually cancelled. Students have to go back to their hometown, and I have to go back to my hometown, and I refund all the fees. It was truly very sad. Because of the COVID, I think that's it. That's my journey. I'm done with it. So I'm thinking, what can I do? There are two decisions for me that time. Whether to stop there or to adapt with it, to move on. So I decided to adapt. So what I did was, I tried, why don't I do it online? I think you are young enough, but maybe some of you have been went through. 18th of March at the time, no one knows that there's online learning. No one knows about Teams meeting, Zoom meeting, all these things. We only know WhatsApp calls. So I explored a lot of options. What platform should I use? Whether a WhatsApp call, whether a messenger, whether is it a random normal phone call, Zooms, the time was still new. So I decided to go with my very first workshop online. My first virtual workshop online through Zoom. So that time, I did the same. I do a lot of postings, a lot of sharing. And this time, the response was overwhelming. Because I went online, it's not only reaching to the students from UTP, it reached out to students from outside of the universities. Some even recommended their friends to join my workshop. And they think that you gain a lot of things. So I went through online, And eventually, from 1 workshop, it grew to 10 workshops. And with the feedbacks that I received, positive, more and more positive feedbacks, 10 workshops to 20 workshops, 20 workshops to 100 workshops, and 100 workshops to 250 workshops. And that's about the journey that I faced. But of course, throughout these workshops, right, what I've learned about is not just about transforming. I learned that initially, if you still recall, I told you I would just want to prove someone wrong that I can host a workshop. But eventually, I know that it's not about just proving someone wrong. True credibility is about how you make an impact, bring a value to your people, how you make an impact. So I'm very thankful that I have gone through this journey, and it's really rewarding for me to experience all this. So from there, I'm not just improved on my speaking, I'm not just overcame my stage fright, I also be more confident in doing things. Now, I don't care about what people say about me. I'm more fluent in speaking. I can speak and interact with people in workshops, and I'm more connected with audience. I'm better compared to the previous me. So overall, it's not just about that. I realized something that changed significantly in my life, which is change in attitude. In the beginning, I thought that I want to prove everyone was wrong. But now, I'm thinking that the attitude I have right now is about making an impact to the society so that I can bring more value to people. So with that attitude, I told myself, I need to continue to learn, willing to grow, and willing to listen. Because learning is a long life journey. There's always a room for you to learn, for you to see what you are doing bad and reflect it. So what I did, I do a lot of reflections. Every time after workshops, I seek feedbacks from participants. Where am I doing good? Where am I doing bad? So the next workshop, I can overcome it. So these are all the journeys that I've been through. And where am I today? So I would never expect I would have these results today, where since 2020, about 5 years now, as a freelance speaker, I've conducted more than 250 workshops, accumulated more than 25,000 participants, mainly students and job seekers, and have been invited to more than 50 universities, colleges in Malaysia, Thailand, and Philippines. And UTM, I've been here more than 5 times, virtually. And this is my first time physically here. So I'm sharing all these numbers with you. It's just not to brag about how good am I, how well am I doing. I just want to say, all these numbers doesn't matter to me. What I found, what I was testifying, was the transformation of myself from ego to humility. From being fear of judgment to embracing growth. So these are all the experience that I've gone through, and I want to motivate you. You don't have to care about what people say. Just leave them behind. Who are they? Right? So I have four main key lessons that I would like to bring up today. First, change is always just a choice for you. Whether you want to step out of your comfort zone or you want to remain at your comfort zone. And you don't need people to define value for you. You have to define your own value. Today, just imagine 5 years ago, 2020, I never stepped out. If let's say that time when people judge me, I stepped back, I would have never have the chance to speak with you guys today here. So this was what I want to say. Change is just a choice. It's just a matter of yes or no. And being resilient, it always beats criticism. Judgment is all around. Judgment is all around you. People will judge you everything. Are you looking good? Are you looking bad? You're not showering today this morning. So people will always judge you. You can't control people judge you. So what you need to do is live yourself. Don't care about what people say. And always think about how you make an impact to every individual beside you. And growth isn't just about changing your skill set. It's about attitude. How you actually make a change. Not just your skill set, but your mindset. And not just your confidence, and it's also your character as well. And last but not the least, you are always the D to make a change. You are the change maker. You define your own final destinations, your own goal, and you have the power of changing. And the destiny is on your own, right? So with that, before I end my sharing today, I would like to leave you with a few questions that I want you to think about it after the sessions. How often do we let fear of judgment to stop us from what we want to do? How often do you think about that? All of us have dreams. I believe all of us have dreams. Of course, not dreaming, right? All of us have dreams. All of us have talents. But a lot of times, we were afraid of people judge us. We were scared that we are meeting failure. We are worried that we are making mistakes. And most importantly, we always scared about standing out, to voice out your opinion. Just like, I told you, lecturer asks you a question, hey, I'm looking at the floor, try not to have eye contact with him, because if he will call my name. So that's what I'm trying to bring out. So with all this, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It's all about how you start by believing in yourself. Always start to believe. Believe that you have the capability to overcome. Believe that you are worthy, you have a high net value of yourself, and also believe that you can make a change. If you don't believe, who else? If you don't step out, who else? And you need to remember, self-belief is not shameful. Self-belief is not arrogance. Self-belief is a courage. It's the courage of making a change. Change depends on you. You can change your destiny. You can choose to stay, or you can choose to move. It depends on you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would encourage all of you to make a change today. Of course, if you like to drink cafe latte, change to cappuccino. Right? So, that is a change. That is a change. But of course, you need to think about what is the change that can significantly change your life. Right? So, if you want to make a change, don't just purely make a change. Think about how you can make an impact to others, and don't just rewrite your stories. You need to share your stories to everyone. Just like how I inspired you today, where I share my stories about transforming myself from judgment to growth, and I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you very much.